Good morning, your Yoga Flow alumni. This is our weekly live yoga practice. We have 45 minutes together. And if this is the first time you are joining the live, welcome. My name is Joanna. I am a Your Yoga Flow alumni and online teacher and faculty member. And it is my pleasure to be hosting these practices from my home in Coquitlam, Canada. So it is 9:30 a.m. here on the West Coast, and today's practice is moving up the chakra line to the throat chakra, Vishuddha. This is the home of purity. It is a home of truth speaking and communication, and it is located at the throat space and is the color blue. It is governed by the element of ether, space, and it is developed between the ages of 7 and 12 years old. So as you gather yourself in a tall, comfortable seat, maybe propping yourself up on your bolster or block, you can start to roll your shoulders up, back and down, and bring your eyes to a soft close or looking down at the earth. Hands can be grounding on your thighs, palms face down, or palms face up to receive a little light and energy. For today's practice, we will be focusing our intention on creating more space and ease in the area of the throat, neck, and shoulders. And so during this practice today, we will be engaging in some mantra and chanting. Please know that these mantras and chants can either be said out loud, audibly, or you can simply repeat them to yourself silently and listen. As you start to settle into your body, start to receive your breath as it is right now. Nothing forced, nothing held. As we quietly gather, I would love to read a short piece from Eastern Body, Western Mind by Anodea Judith. As we enter the etheric level of the throat chakra, we enter a paradoxical realm of great subtlety yet powerful influence. We leave behind the balanced middle ground of the green ray and reach into the etheric range of turquoise and blue that resonate with the throat chakra. The enveloping element of air still surrounds us, yet we reach beyond it into the unknown ether, the realm of vibrations, sound, communication, and creativity. We have passed the halfway point in our rainbow, in the dance between liberation and manifestation. We are now leaving the balance of the heart to focus more heavily on the upper chakras. We are breaking free from gravity, free from the ways things have always been, and from the structure and restrictions of manifested form. We become more abstract, yet broader in our scope. From where you are, take a deep breath in through your nose. And a smooth exhale from the mouth. Let's do that twice more. Big inhale through the nose, all the way up to the top of your lungs. Big exhale from the mouth. One more cycle in and out. And then simply returning to a steady, natural breath. Let us begin to stimulate the throat by chanting the sound Om. I would love for us to create a sea of Oms going at our own pace, surrounding ourselves with this vibrational sound of the universe. As you're ready, take a big inhale, a big exhale, and inhale to Om. Three more cycles. Finish your last cycle, just simply allow yourself stillness and quiet. Letting that vibrational energy traveling through your entire being into every cell in your body. When you're ready, bow your chin sweetly towards your chest. Let your shoulders relax. Take a couple of breaths into the back of your neck. And the next inhale breath, roll your right ear to your right shoulder and relax your left fingertips onto the earth. And you can walk that left hand around on the floor a little bit until you find a nice stretch along your arm and side of your neck. And just sweep your breath into those spaces, ironing out any stickiness, any tightness, any tension along that path. Take the back of your left hand and slide it up the spine as high as it will go, and then relax your left elbow. Point your chin to your right shoulder and breathe into this new stretch in the neck. At any time any of these neck stretches do not serve you, please come back to a neutral position or go back to the last thing we did that felt good. Bring your hand back to your thigh, your chin to your chest. And then inhale, rolling your left ear to your left shoulder, your right fingertips to the earth. Same on this side, just move those right fingertips around on the floor until you find that sweet line of stretch. And then simply allow breath. Take the back of your right hand and slide it up your spine as high as it's willing to go. Then relax your right shoulder, right elbow down. Point your chin to your left shoulder and breathe here. Bring your hands back to your thighs, your chin back to your chest. Very slowly rolling your head up to a neutral position. Take a breath in and lift your shoulders towards your ears, and then exhale, release your shoulders down. Again, inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, release. And one more time, inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, release. On your next inhale, float both of your arms into the sky and interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up to the ceiling and breathe in to the top of your lungs. Exhale, round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. Press your arms forwards, rounding your back. On your inhale, roll up through your spine, lifting your arms overhead. Exhale, round the back and bring your arms forwards. And inhale, rolling all the way up. One more time, exhale to round, creating a C shape through your back. And inhale, rolling all the way up. Exhale, bend your elbows and place your interlaced hands behind your head. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chin and your chest, and start to look towards the sky, opening up the front of your chest, your throat, and really supporting your head with your two hands. Give your head into your hands. Try and keep your elbows wide. Find a steadiness through your breath. If your breath feels not so steady here, maybe you're a little too deep into this back bend, so just come a little further towards neutral. As you're ready, inhale, coming all the way back to center, and exhale, lower your hands. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. From here, we'll meet on our hands and knees. Feel free to cushion your knees with your bolster or with your blanket, perhaps. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. You can have your toes tucked or you can untuck your feet. You're looking at the gap just in front of your two hands. And we'll just activate a little movement into the hips. So just swaying gently side to side, lubricating this area. Even though it's not the focus for today's practice, it's still important to give a well-rounded practice where we have stimulated the body in all ways. So just noticing how the hips want and can move here. And then let us meet for cat and cow from the neutral tabletop position. Take an inhale breath and tilt your tailbone towards the sky, softening your chest and belly down towards the earth, and then rising your chin towards the sky. As you exhale, round your back, through your tailbone into your body, look towards your belly button. Continue like this. Inhale, come forwards and up, using the full inhale breath to complete the movement. And exhale, rounding the spine. Don't keep your elbows soft as you do these movements. Try not to lock the arms. One more time. Inhale, come forwards and up. And exhale, round. Very nice. Come back to a neutral position and start to walk your hands forwards and wide, preparing for puppy pose and Hatha asana. From here, you keep your pelvis nice and high and simply melt your chest back towards your thighs and down towards the earth, either lowering your forehead or your chin onto the earth or onto some of your props. If this feels too much for your shoulders, no problem. Just bend more into your elbows, put more of your forearms on the floor. If this feels really good in your shoulders, you can experiment with maybe coming up onto your finger pads, lifting your arm bones up off the mat. You can also play with how wide or how narrow your arms are from one another. That could change the dynamic of the stretch. Breath into the upper chest. Belly button pulling towards spine. Allow yourself 3 more breaths. And then as you next inhale, walking your hands back underneath your shoulders, meeting in tabletop position, and then exhaling your breath. On your next inhale, float your right arm into the sky, open your chest to the right, and then exhale, sweep your right arm under your left arm, lowering your right ear and right shoulder either onto the earth or onto the cushioning of some of your props. Your pelvis is still high to the sky. Your left hand is supporting you on the floor. As you press down, you might turn your chest more to the left. Some of you might choose to extend your left arm to the front of your mat and maybe walk the left fingertips slightly over to the right. This will perhaps deepen the stretch into your left shoulder. Some of you might prefer left arm up to the sky, or maybe wrapping that left arm behind your back. So you're starting to turn more of your chest towards the sky. Eyes can be open or softly closed here. And focusing your breath into the upper, middle, back. So right in between your shoulder blades. So there's often a lot of sticky webbing. Three more breaths. And then lowering that left hand where you can see it, press into the left hand, come all the way up to tabletop and exhale your breath. Maybe add a little movement again here into the hips and into the back. Pouring out your exhale breaths into your mat. Inhale when you're ready. Left arm to the sky, open your chest to the left. Exhale, left arm under right. Left ear, left shoulder, lowering to the earth or your props. Same options here for the right hand. You can either keep it where it is, walk the right arm forwards and maybe over to the left slightly. Or option, right arm to the sky, maybe wrap it behind your back body. Finding the sweetness of your breath here, creating space around shoulders, back of the chest. Three more breaths. And then place your right hand on the mat so you can see it come all the way up to tabletop. Exhale your breath and add a little gentle movement. From here, come around to a seated position of Sukhasana. Resting your hands onto your legs. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And let us move now into Brahmari, humming deep breath. This is wonderfully engaging for the space of hearing and speaking. It stimulates the throat, the voice box, the thyroid. The inhale for this pranayama is through your nose. And as you exhale, you create a humming sound in the back of your throat, allowing the exhale breath to also travel out of your nose. You can try this together, and feel free again to make that ocean, sea sound of hum. You don't all need to be humming at the same pace. It will all be dependent on the length of your inhales and exhales. So I'll demonstrate first and then feel free to join in. So inhale for Brahmari pranayama. You're creating the hum like the N, the in om. Let it be smooth, deep and long. Let it vibrate up to the crown of your head. When you're ready, inhale for Brahmari pranayama. Three more cycles. It's like with a complete, just return to a steady breath and simply feel maybe inclined here to repeat the mantra to yourself, I speak. You've activated the throat, you've cleared space and stagnation. You are ready to speak the truth. Feel free to join in with the next chant or mantra. Om Hari Om. Om, the vibrational sound of the universe. Om Hari Om is inviting us to awaken to our true nature. If you feel called to join in, please do so. If you prefer to simply be and listen, that is wonderful too. I'll demonstrate and then feel free to join in. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om. 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 With your eyes open, feeling all that wonderful energy and vibration traveling through you. Let us meet now on our backs to prepare for fish pose. For some of you, fish pose may feel too deep for the back bend or too much strain on your neck. If that is the case, I invite you to lay down on your bolster. You can either have your bolster nice and long with maybe a block underneath the far end of the bolster where your head is going to be, and that might just be enough support for you in this shape. And you can either keep your legs bent. If this is still too deep of a back bend, try sliding your blanket underneath your pelvis for a little elevation. Or you have the option to take fish through the legs, joining the legs together, pointing the toes, and just resting your hands on the floor, looking towards the sky. So this is one version of fish pose. Or you're lying all the way down on the floor and you're bringing your thumbs and index fingers to touch under your sacrum, making a triangle with your thumbs and index fingers under your seat here. Your legs are long, your toes are pointed. From here, you'll start to walk your elbows a little closer towards the side of your body and press into your hands and forearms as you start to lift your chest. And then look to the back of the room, resting the crown of your head towards the floor. This is a great shape for stretching the front of the throat and again stimulating the thyroid. 3 more breaths where you are. And then slowly lifting your head and starting to lower your shoulders and the back of your head to the floor and releasing your hands from underneath your body. Turn your feet to the floor wherever you are. And if you have props underneath your back now, you can roll to one side and remove them. Bring your feet into parallel hip distance apart and have your hands down by your sides. 2 options here for bridge pose. You can either choose a supported version, so pressing into your feet, lifting your pelvis, and then either sliding a block or a bolster underneath your sacrum, resting the back of your pelvis to that prop and allowing this to be your bridge pose. Option 2, press down into your feet, lift the back of your pelvis off the floor, and keep rolling up your spine, coming to the peak of your shape, the peak of your bridge pose. Hugging that imaginary beach ball between your inner thighs, so the fronts of the legs are engaged, and that creates a little space and release for your lower back. Option to interlace your fingers and nuzzle your shoulders underneath you a little more as you press more of your pelvis, more of your chest towards the sky. You're looking directly up to the ceiling and imagining there's an orange or a grapefruit tucked between your chin and your chest. So there's a little space there. Taking a few more breaths here. And then slowly releasing those hands, rolling all the way down onto your back. If you have a prop underneath you, lift your pelvis and remove the prop. And from here, you'll simply shift your hips to the left and lower your 2 knees to the right for a 2-knee twist. Feel free to add props between your knees or under your knees or even behind your left shoulder if you need that support. And either rest your hands on your body as an anchor or create a cactus-like arms. So your arms go nice and wide, your elbows are bent, you're opening more of your chest towards the sky. And you can either look to the sky or turn your head to the left. See what's comfortable for your neck now. And just take 3 breaths here, traveling up and down the length of the spine. A cooling supine twist. Engage your core and bring your legs back to center. Bring your pelvis back to center and just take a nice long inhale and exhale in this neutral position. And then we'll shift the hips to the right and lower the knees to the left. 2-knee twist on this side. Again, take your props with you if you need that extra support. Choose whether your hands rest to your body or arms go wide. And decide whether to look up to the sky or look to the right. Taking 3 nice long breaths on this side. Engaging the core and coming all the way back to center, finding neutral for your pelvis, your back, and the back of your head. And here we will meet in Shavasana. Feel free to add a bolster under your legs. Feel free to add some cushioning behind your head. Feel free to add a blanket over your body, maybe for weight, maybe for warmth. And feel free to add an eye pillow or a piece of clothing over your eyes. Let your body be wide. Slide any other props away so you are free in space. Those are your shoulders underneath you, making sure the pelvis is heavy and relaxed. Give yourself full permission now to rest, feeling the vibrations of all that sound, chant, mantra still running through you. Drift in your Shavasana, observing one more time that space at the throat, that blue energy center, home of your communication, the truth speaking. And allow yourself to fully rest, so fully from Shavasana when it's time. stay as you are. However, if it's time for you to move a little now, start to deepen your breath and gently add movement into your fingers and toes. And into your wrists and ankles. And take a nice long full body stretch as you inhale. Exhale, hug your knees to your chest. Rock gently on your back until you roll onto your side, and then just take a few more breaths there. Root down through your top hand and come all the way up to a seated Sukhasana. Still your eyes soft or closed, still inward, still in a place of feeling. Observe where this practice has taken you, what showed up for you, what benefits you may be taking with you off your mat. Remember, all these tools are at your disposal, so if you are ever struggling with speech or communication, perhaps just spend a little time with self in mantra, chant, pranayama, or some of these asana we practiced today to serve you. To complete our class, may we move through another round of Om, creating that vibrational sound through our entire bodies and out into the world. Again, allow this Om to be at your pace, creating a sea of Om. When you're ready, inhale to begin. Bring your hands together and center your chest, crowding your head in, letting your body thank you all so much for joining, for sharing. It's my pleasure to guide you. Namaste.